drive. They want to win and make it to Masters. The loser of this, as we'd said on the desk, will not be going. They'll be out of the running for last chance qualifier. So this is a big series. The pistol, as we see it unfold in front of us, is G2 pick up the opening, and they've already got that plant down way before that happens. They're starting to really tear into them.
G2, from the inception of this map, have had a fantastic attacking side. So getting a pistol here would be one hell of a start. But Hoodie, well, he's already going to find them a way back in. Meadow doing damage as well, but Nuki on this Reyna. Something to fear, again, for a very, very long time. Even back on Heretics, it was a deadly agent for him, and it is all falling apart for Giants in this retake.
Oh, Mixwell's coming up behind, though. This should be a... Oh, no, he doesn't push forward. Not going to give it away versus the pistol's okay, but the window was open for him to do a lot of damage. Oh, that's a little more risky than the play that he avoided. Trying to jumping, but spray them down in the air. Now, we've got at least one. I imagine everybody has... They'll have to play with a Sheriff instead of the Spectre.
Yeah, ultimately, in this round anyway, it was... I don't think he expected that many people to be there. Because that was one of those things of just shake your mouse as much.
I think it's a fair assumption. Lots of Viper utility here, but it's going to be fading out in just a moment, and G2 know that. Going to time the push to make it around this corner. David P fully blinded up, and, well, they run right over them. Full buy for Vodafone Giants. It doesn't look like it to start. Hoodie's coming in alongside Meadow, though, to make sure that this ain't going to be quite as clean cut for G2 as it looked. And in fact, they're taking all the kills. What a round by Meadow.
He is someone as well, and I know you'd like to highlight a lot, who's thoroughly impressed me coming back into this team. Like, I think he's found his feet really well. I think doing great job as a Sentinel player, but also in some fairly aggressive positions. Just his individual skill has looked very impressive as well. So
you can imagine the attack won't be a billion times better. The most important thing here, though, is that we see Vodafone Giants reach up to like 5 rounds in the end. Minimum, bare minimum.
Yeah.
And in this one, they've got a very poor opportunity with just a few pistols. They're still making it costly. Oh! What? Ambi takes a quick double, and this is now a huge opportunity. Avova alone, and he can't get anywhere nearby. He's even given away his position. They're going to start the defuse. They're going to get it halfway. He has to run fast as he can to get this kill, and although he finds it, it's already halfway done. Nice and easy. They'll finish off that defuse.
Have many of his abilities remaining. He's just going to have to hit the shot and back out of there almost instantly, which, you know what? That's exactly what he does.
That's a spike up on site now, and they've taken it down. I mean, they were waiting, leaving themselves options to push up on A. If Viper walked through, they could instantly rotate back. Kellogg's could be cutting off flanks, but nothing happened. The rotates didn't come in to be cut off, and Nukia has it all to do yet again. 1v4 coming out onto the site. He's going to be heard in a second. He has been now. Everyone's aware of where he is, and Hoodie easily cleans that up. Rez online at 3-3. Yeah, that was a bit mean. I'm sorry, Artis. I love you. We're tied up 3-3, and the weak buy from G2 sees the move. David P. Oh my God! He was full blind. He's spraying through a wall. This guy's killing them without even seeing. Eventually, he sees a victim and almost aces it, as it's left down to Mixwell. In the meantime, those Sheriffs have been tearing the Vodafone Giants team apart.
Can be really awkward to try and play against.
Well, you're going to have a... Okay. Nice little shot from Kellogg's. Bit of a wide shoulder peek from David P. Block out Fatino from being able to up, but it goes up too late. And Fatino's able to swing in and eliminate Kellogg's. And then Cole Dements is caught completely unaware. This is absolutely huge for Vodafone Giants. Somehow, they have found themselves with a man advantage and a res online.
For the defensive side, because the position of Hoodie is one where he can't actually get to anyone. Luckily, it looks like they won't need it. Already finding another. The trade comes back into the 2v2. We go again. And unless it's a late round res, there's not going to be much impact. The difference, though, is that Hoodie might just be able to win them the round. Because as of right now, Kellogg's has absolutely no idea. Just checking his back every once in a while. Not expecting anybody to be here so soon, but he looks back. Hoodie lands the shot anyway. It's left all onto Nuki. The clutch situation once again, a doable one this time as he finds that first pick and knows exactly where Hoodie's going to be, but he can't quite land the shot. He might not need to use his res this time.
Now Vodafone Giants slow down because they're looking at their back. It takes Meadow out of the equation, who's kind of hunting out to try and find that lockdown. Your feet are visible, David. You play Viper, man. You should know that. almost gets taken down. He's on 1 HP as they look to take the fight on the site. Meadow quick to find one. Mixwell has dropped
still got it.
but they're defusing.
Oh,
and he's not being hit by any of that utility. Completely whipped shock dart snake bites, and they just defuse inside the pit. What a disaster
for G2. Even still though, 6 rounds from Giants on this defensive side is impressive. They have been solid with the reads. This is a position you normally take with a Reyna, not so much with a Viper. There's no way out for David P, and his life is lost as well as Ambi's.
That was a good position when the wall is up, but as soon as it fades, you're in a lot of trouble. The wall up, they know where the plant is, but not going to try and commit towards dropping it just yet. Meadow has that ulti online if they need it. Although in this kind of situation, probably not going to get too much value unless you can get up close to pipes. Oh, what a shot by Fatino. Great opening. He's even going to get another opportunity. Not quite ready for it. Hunter's Fury activated right away. They know that there's no defuse happening. Wall up. Damage done. They need to deal with him halfway. Defuse, not again. Oh, not again. That shock dart's never going to get there in time. That's twice in a row now that they have just been absolutely robbed of a round. It's going to allow them to move around, but they'll be spotted out by Koldamenta first, allowing Mixwell to swing on his contact. But the wall comes up on the other side. They're quick to break it this time. There'll be no sneaky defuse, and a wall bangs down too. Oh, that whoopsie daisies. Did he block a snake bite? No, it went through his legs. Unlucky. They're not going to be able to get on it just yet. Evova's now spotted out, making his way forward. Ambi just covering. Oh, nice shot again! And he's just going to go for more. Surely not 4 wallbang kills. It can't be. Whoop, whoop. But it's a good job he didn't stick it, I'll say that. G2 stand a chance of making this, you know, not a terrible half, considering how they started. Absolutely a terrible half, but recovery would be nice. Still a quick double, and look at that push. Oh, so well done. Good timing from David P. 2 players remain on G2. Koldamenta making a damn good attempt, but it has to be the ace clutch. That was really close, actually. I think if he wasn't able to dash away, that would have been a headshot.
And we're all just sat waiting for him to make the peek. Oh, almost catches the teammate looking the other way, but it is going to be the round going anyway. The replay guy was incredibly fast on this round. Dear Lord. He was like, I'm ready, I got my replay. Snake bite that's causing a few problems for them to actually get the plant in. Mixwell as well. It's actually going to start looking for the player from behind. If he can catch out Meadow, this could make all the difference, but he hasn't seen him. And actually, they've got aggressive. David P has helped them take over defensive spawn, and now they're starting to defuse with the flank still coming in from Meadow. However, they might just stick it all the way. G2 haven't been stopped. He was in the perfect position the whole time, but just left it just a second too late.
But now they start to wonder, have they rotated? Have they gone all the way back? And the one player that could get them that information of Koldamenta is already dead. Luckily, Evova's... Oh, no, he's not here anymore. He has been punished. With Ambi on low HP, Nukia is in pretty much the same boat. Oh, look. Kellogg's in the corner.
30 seconds left.
Nice little push up. Good for the first headshot. Leaving Meadow on 20 HP. And yet the round still doesn't seem to be assured just yet.
What is going on?
Desperately wants a kill to get that heal up, but he can't find anyone. There it is. And they'll close the round out right afterwards. 3 far back. But they don't. Instead, they commit fully towards the A site, leaving one in spawn who's caught immediately. Nukia will dismiss out of there. He's able to safely get this site and pick up another ulti online to use, but in a 5v2, there's just no need. 10 seconds remaining. Patino watching this with an op, though. And I think Nukia is acutely aware that that's a possibility. He doesn't want to peek out until the wall is up. Good communication by G2. Well-rounded approach. Now they can just get this defuse in, because Fatino, what's he going to do here? Playing with the operator. He's going to save. That's what he's going to do.
A huge bounce back from G2, keeping 4 players alive as well. And actually, the play thus far from G2 has allowed them to set themselves up quite nicely, have those mid spots, and well, if Nuki's able to do that, things become a little bit more difficult for anybody else, right?
Hold, and as that wall falls, Koldamenta's gonna have to hold on strong. A great flash, a great push, and it's Meadow hit firing him away. Hunter's Fury eliminates Nukia, and this is about as good of a start as Vodafone Giants could have possibly wished for. They were playing so aggressive, Tom, because they have a res. They didn't even need to use it.
as the single tear rolls down Lothar's face, he at least has to now hope that G2 are going to be able to try and pull this retake off as Coldamenta is brought back, but it's at the trade. Oh, they're going to try and go for the same wall and defuse, but Giants have other ideas. They have their utility ready and set to deny. And now there's a lot for the remaining players to do. Every time they touch that spike, another player of G2 falls, and I don't think Mixor is going to be given the chance. Ambi with a triple. Giants have their 10th. But next one's blind, you know? Easy. No, I'm kidding. Here we go. Aggressive play from Fatinho again. This time he has a slight upgrade to his classic. However, Avova is doing a fantastic job. Takes down the first, still surviving in the corner. He's going to start dying to the snake bite, and David P will peek at the last second to clear him out. Actually gets rid of Nuki as well. Didn't look like he was even aware of the second player, but somehow finds the shots. Now, this should be a free kill for keloqz, and maybe give him an opportunity in this clutch. He has to win the 1 versus 2. The spike has only just gone down, but they're playing together up close. He tries to go over the top. He sees both. He needs a ridiculous shot, and he's not far away. A nice attempt by keloqz, but Meadow is there. Where is he? He's very high up in the air, trying to look over the top, on the top of the Sage Wall. He's trying to pull out some grim boosts, it seems, but they haven't worked out for him. Nice little bit of movement. Unfortunately, I don't know if Avova's actually going to get anything from it. He's got to walk into the firing squad. Nice shot, at least. We'll get rid of David P. He's actually going to take a hell of a lot of damage off the Nano Swarm. The afterplants so far from Giants have been utterly superb, and they don't look like they're going to falter in this round.
Nope, they certainly don't. As Fatinho cleans up the rest and puts 12-8 on the board. Tom was a part of my childhood, all right? You leave the ice hockey boys alone. keloqz, nice opening. Couldn't come at a better time, really. I guess it could. When Hoodie doesn't have a res, would be a better time. And when they don't get traded out instantly. Okay, Vodafone Giants. 4v4. Hoodie extends it even further. Nukia's flank is not going to be caught, though. He's left on 30 HP, unfortunately. Unable to pop the heal up. You have G2 popping a Viper's Pit as well towards the B side. I mean, what is that aggression coming out down on mid? Especially when they have B control and they've pushed up A and seen nothing. You know they have to be around middle. I mean, that was ludicrous from Avova.
The worst thing is it's risky on both parts. Fatinho is the one with the spike. If he drops it in that corner, it's atrocious. Like, that duel alone might have decided the round. The only man to stop them, well, it's Nuki, and well, he doesn't quite have the opportunity to get the heals that he desired. It's left onto Mixor. He's in a pretty good position here. He needs to isolate these duels, try and catch one of them out. Now, they might not expect him to be here so soon. So we're going to try and wrap his way back around. Ambi, is he going to check it in time? It doesn't look like it. Tags him low, and Hoodie will be there to close it. A 4K from the Sage to finish off the map, and Giants have already caused a bit of an upset here.
We're starting out the pistol, and Vodafone Giants are on the attack, and they are certainly looking to up the pace, going straight into the A site.
Ooh, nice start from Mixor. Good flash, but it's only going to be the trade, and already things getting a little bit dicey. A back and forth battle with both teams finding a couple of kills, but ultimately this allows for the afterplant to come through for Giants.
The 3 versus 3 post plan seared Giants tucked in, trying to avoid all this utility. The flash doesn't buy them much space. Never mind. They follow up over towards the spawn, and Coldamenta has it all to do. 1-0.
Blast it straight through, but I almost like it. Just go for something a little bit more simplistic. Hoodie looking a little bit different. I do think that we're having a few issues with the cam, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. I'm pretty sure those are very back. Not actually going to really achieve anything here. So again, it's going to be an afterplant scenario. A man down, and a good spray coming out from Avova. A couple of kills back, turning this into a 2v2, but considering this is somewhat of a bonus round.
Time now.
Last player
The
standing.
swing comes in. Nice and easy. Nukia in a 1 versus 2. And he has to be so quick on this. The spin is there. He's gotten it done. Has he got enough time, though? It is ticking quite quickly, but I think he's just about got it.
Oh, unbelievable stuff from Nuki. He has been long considered one of the best players in Europe, and these are the exact reasons why. He had no right whatsoever.
Where he was competing, but he actually played PUBG as well.
Ah. Oh, and he's one of the serial players of your favorite gun.
But that's why I forgive him. forgive him for that.
the Odin can forgive any of your previous sins. Well,
they managed to do a pretty good job considering the opening duel was taken with a Spectre and they're already out. I mean, Vodafone Giants are kind of struggling to get anything here. Showstopper out, not much damage done, but they're spraying away to save the day. And we're tied up at 2-2. Comes to players coming up behind them, and he has a chance, an opportunity. The alarm bot reveals him, but he still gets away with one. Sadly uses the blast pack right after, but it might not matter. The rest of the team flooding in to help and overrun these final remaining attackers. That shock dart, painful to watch as it lands clean on Meadow. David P smoked out, and as they spray, now they know both players are on long. Look at this, it's a firing squad. The Nebula about to go down, and this is where David P is going to be in trouble. It's already halfway diffused. How is he still alive? He's shot up by so many players. He's gotten out of there as well. What? Games, they've popped out a tweet leading on a map for once, and then a thumbs up. So congratulations to the G2 esports team for probably cursing their team once more. It's almost as bad as Jonas. And look at this, as we're talking about it, G2 are under a lot of pressure. The nade and Molly taking Koldamenta down. And he did find two before he fell, putting this into a winnable position for
into the defender's spawn. Nuki trying to fake them out with the sounds, but it hasn't worked at all. And as they try and bait with the rares, keloqz has to get a kill instead. He's left completely blind. He just sacrifices Mixor and gets nothing in return. Importantly, they fully think this is an A take because Nuki's gone pushing all the way around. So this almost has to be a retake on this side of the map. Avova's just trying to hold on to elbow. If he goes down here, it really isn't worth it. But luckily for them, he's going to fight and he's going to win at least one duel. Now the remaining player's going to come back in through Hookah, and they don't know how far forward the other couple are. David P caught completely out of position, and now they can even heal up onto Nuki. It won't help him out as the bullet takes his head clean off, but the diffuser's already started. They're just sticking this all the way. The plant is in a horrible position, and it's all too easy for G2. Even after making the wrong call and giving up the site, the retake is flawless. Got Astra to slow down a lot of the plays. They've got Sage and then a huge amount of information available to them off Sova and Sky. And then you got this guy who just peeks out and wrecks their whole team. 3 kills already for Nuki. He's been given the call that there's a player back on the other side. I think he wants to try and get himself the ace, but he has to be a little bit more careful. These shock darts from Koldamenta must be so annoying. They always seem to be on point.
Yeah, they do not miss their mark, that's for sure. Hoodie and Ambi left alive. Make that just Ambi. He was rotating around to help his buddy. And now we've got keloqz clearing out the rest alongside Koldamenta. They're about to go all the way through and find Ambi. The first kill's his and the second. And he's still going. He's looking for this extra on the mix one. He lands that too. Great exits for Ambi.
If they do go pushing into this site, they've got to try and get past the utility of Astra, which is going to pull them in. That flash was good, though. It's pulled them off the spot. They've not actually checked for Hookah, and keloqz is just able to destroy them.
One enemy remaining.
Well, that's the res back online right away for the final round.
Okay,
Meadow getting a couple of little headies in there. It's a 1 versus 3. 10 seconds, though. That's the ultimate constraint. And the bullet to the head closes it out. So let's take inventory as we come into the final round of the half. Orb control found, so they also have Hunter's Fury to work with. That was over on B long. And Nuki one away from ulti, coming up behind. He's flanking them out. That's Showstopper online. Double blast packs. He's not going to get it off, but David P is down on 17 HP. So a worthwhile trade, realistically.
Yeah, and again, just the Battle of Nuki has left them wounded, scarred, and they've still got to try and fight the other 4 members of G2 before anything gets done. That's a nice little bait almost to try and get him a little bit off kilter as he pushes. Peek back in, though. keloqz just isn't missing. He's doing a fantastic job as well, and they are smashing Giants. That was a stellar defense. Oh, they've got the callback. Oh, the timing could have been nice there for Ambi, but he's actually going to get spotted out by the drone. Hoodie's been forced out of position as well. keloqz, after utilizing his wall, will fall, but the trades are back thick and fast once again. An easy afterplant already, Mitch.
Yep, it should be. It should be.
They can walk past the wall.
Afterplants.
It doesn't even cover off the angle.
You're hearing players close. Nuki ready, but not finding it. Flashes deep, but no follow-up. There we go, though. As they push on out of the choke point, just mowed down, leaving Meadow to do it. A lot of these guys are low, but now Meadow joins the club. And Mixwell to finish him off. 10-3, double digits. Or two like that, just so you guys know for the future.
That is his nickname of the birthday boy.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, we didn't wish him a happy birthday. We'll get that later. Spray downs. Kellogg's good for the first. Couple of players low right down below, and they are dealing with them so easily. Jump shot just came out of Mixwell. Tried it again. Didn't quite work the second time, but hey, look, they're solid. They've got everything under control. You'd imagine just don't want to lose any more players at this point if you're G2.
Break their way through. Any extra damage would be nice, but in fact, it's actually going to be Kellogg's cleaning up the final kills. He's had a really good map. Did actually see, I saw Lauren tweet that she was really excited to see Fatinho on this map, and now, well, you know, he's not had the best of games, so maybe it was Lauren all along.
Oh, it could be. It could be. Nukia sending it onto David P. This is, again, a full buy for Vodafone Giants, and so there is a rifle on the floor to be... hello. There's actually two parts of this site. You might not know this. There's the main part, which where you plant, like here normally, where the attackers are. And then there's the part where the defenders are at. Mixwell forgot about that bit, but it looks like he finally found it. Going back in for a 3K. And, well, on their full buy, they faked it. And they have hard faked it. There are so many players here for, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? There's a solo player out in the B site killing everyone. Kellogg's is just destroying a Vova with another. This is, if you screen grab this, it looks just a mini map. It'll be a death match, only for the spike is there. And now it's just Hoodie and Fatinho to try and close this out.
It is Kellogg's. He's still winning. What?
It's planted on the other side of the site. Kellogg's literally lurked, but he didn't really. He just walked out long and killed everyone. 13-3. Well, we could have just not come back in after the technical pause. This has been as his teammates rush to join him. He's starting to sneak out. One player over towards the stairs. This is going to be a tough fight for Meadow, who goes down immediately. David P spotted on the backside. Is under pressure. All these players starting to flood in around him. He manages to grab one before going down to the shock dart. The time is low. The plant must come in, but it will, leaving Hoodie to do it all by himself.
Yeah, they are pretty low. At least the first. That should be easy. He's looking to clutch this out like, well, I don't know, maybe like Mixwell occasionally does. Looking a little bit different to how he normally would be, but in the 1 versus 2, he's going to have to try and find Colder Mentor. He's in a bit of a seeky spot, and he will close it out with the 4K. Big round from him. A good start for G2 as well. Exhibit P, which is, of course, David, but unfortunately it hasn't quite worked out for him. Already, though, this is starting to get a little bit worrying. This is a heavy investment coming through. Nice shot from Hoodie. Oh, no! He's run out of bullets as he goes to peek, and they've just all been owned by Mixwell. I wasn't really sure about him coming back in on the sky again, but...
Full thing. Now, those Seekers are destroyed, but they know there's 3 players here. That doesn't stop them. G2 running it in, and Kellogg's allowed the other Jet to dash up behind him. Fatinho gets a kill from there, but afterwards, everyone falls. David P, he's behind him. Oh, that's where he does all the damage from.
Spike planted.
Oh, it's getting a little bit dicey. He managed to get a rifle back, trying to spam through, but actually takes quite a lot of damage. Of course, it's from a shock dart, and no surprise, it's landed. Well, it turns out the paranoia kind of gives away your position. Nice shot from Meadow, though. They're still making these rounds incredibly costly, but they've not really come too close to winning one. 4-0.
What, 2 rounds on the board? Through about 3 rounds. Statistically, they're guaranteed to win. That's nasty.
That has gone incredibly wrong. Fatinho's managed to find a shot through seemingly everything. He actually gets away with a second. Impressive from the spot he was in, and Ambi manages to turn it into a 2 versus 2. In fact, they even get one back on the res. Trouble! He's coming from behind. Call him Mr. Impact. He's getting all the important kills.
Looking at the next map, we're like, all right, they've won this one. Who's next? Fine, what's up next? This time around, they've returned to form, at least to start this one out. Mixwell, for us, he's like, oh, can I mute it? Am I allowed to mute it? No? Okay, 1%. Seekers out. A site, 4-man stack
all
for
there.
Vodafone Giants. Surely this is a round where they can do damage. A showstopper popped. Oh, and it goes to the back side, but Mixwell's already cleaned it up.
Player standing.
It looks like the rest of the team's cleaned it up too, because it's only Ambi left alive. I feel like I just blinked, Tom, so I didn't see any of those kills.
There's also a part of me that thinks Mixwell, it's going to be destroyed. I assume they should at least know he's here. Fatinho, he's so good at this. Getting that dash, getting out of the corner, and he has been spotted. Hoodie's going to clear it. The best chance we've seen so far for Giants as Hoodie goes through once again with another clearance. Just a couple of players remaining, and the wall is going to make it impossible. The spam just won't land, and that is brilliant from Giants. A perfect retake, not a single player lost. And finally, they found an answer to... Still going to go up drafting, but are they expecting this, Mitch? David P, flank.
Yeah, David P's brought a buddy with him. He's like, come here, Ambi, let me teach you how to make a flank play. And there it is. You drop the spike, you spray through like Kellogg's to 1 HP. And then that's the round for you. At least it should be. I mean, apparently 10 players are still alive, Tom, so I'm not sure how that one works. But I can guarantee you Vodafone Giants have got a second on the board.
Yeah, I think there might be something wrong with the HUD. But luckily, we're going to watch a replay instead. And so you don't have to look at it anymore. There you go. Beautiful. Meadow did fantastically well here as well, because even though this flank ended up closing out the round, if he doesn't at least get a couple of kills, they take the site, and then the flank...
All they're missing is an Odin.
That's it, but it seems like it might not matter too much for them. Fatinho straight back in onto his operator, and this time it's his counter jet to fall. As you've mentioned, Kellogg's has had a lot of impact so far. They're still going to try and fall back into an A take. They're looking for David P. I don't think he expected anyone to actually just swing on that. Only seeing the player a little bit further around the corner. Well, now things become a little bit awkward. Mixwell again! He's so impactful in this map so far. Sure, he had a little bit of help, Mitch, but he's turned this round on its head.
Spike planted.
Yeah, I could swear these guys are playing with a Yoru over on G2 because they're just gate crashing that A site every single time, and Vodafone Giants need to find a solution to this about 3 rounds ago. Going back in for this retake's going to be tough. Patino, oh, I like the attempt. Up goes Evolva, and he's good for both. Oh, such a good attempt by Fatino and punished him. They're slowing it down. No one's made the decision yet. Paranoia goes out. Eventually, Mixwell says, screw it, I'm going. And he pays for it with blood. Taken down immediately. Nukia's got to hold that backside. Meadow creeping in to try and go undetected underneath or take a duel later. But he gets caught as well. And this just feels like Vodafone Giants, they have no say. They really don't. In a lot of these rounds, it's like if G2 want to go away, they go away. And the consistency at which they're doing it. You know what? Actually, it reminds me of G2 on Ascent way back in the day. Do you remember when David P was still on this roster?
Yeah.
Obviously now playing on the other side. They went B something like 13 rounds in a row. And I don't mean they went B like they finished B, which is what they're kind of doing now, finishing the A side. Like they're playing slower for a little bit of map control. They're letting Vodafone Giants push and then punishing them. I mean, these guys ran B. Literally full sprint, started the round into the B. Giants. It looks like they're doing their taxes right now. They're really not having a good time.
No, and it's going to be the same execution once again. Kellogg's has already taken so much ground. He's been clinical. And just 2 entries once again. David P lurking within the site, but he's screwed. The nade coming out from Nuki did a lot. Hoodie has found one, and in fact, that's enough to at least bring his teammate back from the fray, and he'll find another. It was looking like it was going to be the same again with the entry.
Huge comeback for OT. I wouldn't be against it, but I'm starting to think, like, do they have it in their wheelhouse to make these kind of plays? Because honestly, while Mixwell did a lot in cleaning up rounds, Kellogg's is the key player in this team. Without him, none of this works. I have a good idea on how we can take the A side. Everyone on Vodafone Giants like, wow, Fatino, where'd you come up with that one, huh? Such genius. You see that on Reddit?
Oh, okay. A trade back and forth, but it's actually coming out in G2's favor, at least for now. Kellogg's has got himself a sheriff. He was hoping for a couple of battles in mid, I'd imagine. Instead, though, it's going to come down just to Hoodie, and he actually does a lot of damage to Cold Mentor. It doesn't matter, though, and it turns out to David P, and you have to remember, in terms of utility, that is where G2 have the majority of the advantage. There is an owl drone left and a single smoke for David P, which he's placed just now.
Oh, nice stuff by Nukia. God damn! They're just tearing them apart. And this had to be the forced buyout of Vodafone Giants. They had to invest into it and try to stay alive, but man, it is not looking good. I have to say for G2 as well, look at this defensive side and contrast between what Vodafone Giants have and what they do. They have, I'm talking in terms of agents. On this defensive side, they've got pretty much nothing to stop you. They can slow you with raise nades and boombots and all that sort of stuff, but realistically, in terms of like Sentinels and obviously with Sage, you have the slows and the wall as well. They don't have any of that. That said, it didn't really benefit Vodafone Giants on the defensive side.
That's a lot of information.
Yep, a lot of players spotted. Look, already the flank coming out of Kellogg's. He's on his way behind, but I mean, the whole team might be dead by the time he gets here. Blast packs destroying up the wall or damaging it for now. They're going to get the plant in, but Kellogg's can't really updraft at this point. He's seen it. Yeah, no way underneath. And he's just going to be rushing forward, spotted by the camp. Couple of kills going Vodafone Giants way. Okay, this is the best round that they've had so far. Man advantage before Avova chimes in with 2, and Nukia goes out for more. They know exactly where David P is. Or I thought they did. Now they do. As he hides behind the Gen, Avova rushes him down, and Tom... it just feels like they can't do anything, you know?
But potentially the final round, you probably have the fattest grin on your face right now.
Gordamenta, you know I love you, brother. He's got that Odin out looking for some spams, looking for some big kills. Vodafone Giants have found a big kill of their own. Now, they've lost Hoodie, which is a big loss. The res out of here immediately. He was the only player really with Ultimate online. Oh, but David P is his. Yeah, what's he going to do at the front of the shadows? Come on. Oh, well, he's got a kill at least without the ulti being used, but now he comes into the big boy. The Odin in Coldamenta's hands, and they're... Oh, they might not have seen what weapon he had, because they're still coming towards B. Well, come on in, says Coldamenta. He's good for a second, as they've overrun the site. The 2v2 retake. The Odin's done its job. Now it's up to the other weapons, one of which is a Spectre.
Yeah, that was almost like a hero Odin, which I don't think I've ever seen before. Coming in alongside the bonus. The flash is good from Mixel. No. Again, it's left on Tomato 1v1. What? He doesn't turn around. He did.
You got headphones, bro? You know, the worst part about this is now it's a full buy for G2. That was them on the Rico. That's what they managed to do.
Oh,
and look at this. Once they get weapons in their hands, man, honestly, it looks like these guys are smurfing. If you look at these last 2 rounds, it looks like G2 are smurfing 100%. It's just ridiculous.
Where is he going?
Shock dart coming.
They also have the dart. So if they don't check this,
Cam's about to be.
I'm going to be infuriated.
Cam's online. Meadow? Meadow, Cam's online. Meadow? Okay, he checked it anyways. All right. Now the operator to deal with, though. Kellogg's holding over towards short, but he's not going to get it. Oh. If he hit that, I think we'd have to ban him.
10 seconds left.
I can't ban people, but I would have to. This 2v2 is going to be tight. A couple of players on low HP. He's not going in with a shorty. Put that down, man. You savage. He's killed him and pulled out the knives to close it. What a way to finish G2. Welcome to Berlin, guys. Masters 3 is theirs. They've won the series in absolutely disgraceful fashion. Vodafone Giants barely got off their feet in the last 2 maps, Tom. What a